Everyone makes mistakes, but if you're the captain of a huge ship, the consequences are often much more catastrophic. So today, we are going to show you the biggest ship fails ever caught on camera. Now, let's get it on. I've got a feeling that this guy won't be the one filming the next ship launch after this happened. During a Russian military exercise, a cruise missile malfunctions mid-launch and crashes into the sea. I can't imagine a cruise missile going haywire right over your head to be a particularly pleasant moment, especially not if it would have been one of the ones with a nuclear warhead. This massive cruise ship lost control as it was coming into dock in Venice, crashing into the wharf and hitting a tourist boat. Take a closer look to the damages sustained to the tourist boat. Fortunately, nobody was seriously injured, but it sure must have been a terrifying sight seeing something that enormous moving right towards you. I hope this captain has good insurance, because this mistake was an expensive one to say the least. Due to rough seas, this Carnival cruise ship crashed into another ship. This ferry crashed into a loading dock in Barcelona. Luckily, the workers had time to run away before all hell broke loose. I guess rich people can just park wherever they want.
Get in the concrete now.
Do you like to grow plants in your garden but never have time to water them? No problem. Just move to this place where your garden gets plenty of water every time a big ship is launched. If you're an inventor, you gotta be prepared to test your own crazy ideas, which is exactly what this guy did with his experimental construction of a racing catamaran. The insanely fast powerboat was a fearful contender, but also became its undoing. Luckily, the driver survived the crash with only minor injuries.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
This ship lost its anchor at the bottom of the ocean. My only question is, why aren't any of them just grabbing it? Like, come on, guys. I wonder how they explained that one to the captain. Like, oh, by the way, we lost the anchor. This man was excited to go out for a ride with his new boat, but the sea was like, not today, buddy, I'll bring you back in. Hopefully the ride back was a little more fun. If you didn't already know, never go near a ship, because if you're too close, you can get sucked underneath, just like this jet skier. I think someone just lost their job.
Nei, ring politiet med en gang! Å, helvete.
Do you notice anything different about this boat?
I guess he just doesn't want to bother. There you go, boys. It's doable. Who would have ever thought?
This CCTV camera captured the moment a huge bulk carrier spears headlong into the side of a tuna boat called Apollo S in South Australia. The cost of this 47-meter boat is estimated at $17 million, and after the collision, it sank in just 15 to 20 minutes. In this video, we see the collapse of two cranes that were caught on camera after a 316-meter-long container ship crashed into a port in Taiwan, with several workers trapped inside the wreckage. Thankfully, the workers would later be rescued without injury. While far away from any land, the bridge structure of this merchant ship wasn't strong enough and collapsed. This 6,000-ton cargo ship was under the command of a drunk Russian captain when it ran into Gwangan Bridge in Busan, a city in South Korea, before turning back to head in the opposite direction. So, what do we do with the drunken sailor? Well, this drunken sailor was probably put in jail, because it was later discovered that the captain had a blood alcohol content way over the legal limit. This cruise ship broke down in the Gulf and was towed to this port for repairs, but during a storm it broke loose and hit another ship that was also being repaired.
Kissing it. Oh! Connection, baby. Holy moly. It damn sure did, son.
Cruise ships are famous for causing a lot of damage wherever they go, and here's a great example. Imagine you're just relaxing on the ferry when suddenly a big wave completely shatters all the windows. The frightening incident occurred in Germany during a storm with winds up to 94 miles per hour. Well, one thing's for sure, I will certainly never take the ferry when it's windy outside after seeing this happen. And here's how not to lower an anchor. Being a lifeboat tester seems like a really fun job, or what do you think? It would be a great idea if cargo ships also had parking sensors, because thanks to this Chinese captain's sloppy parking job, the whole loading platform went underwater. These two bulk carriers were transiting the Straits of Singapore when the smaller cargo ship suddenly veered across its course and passed too close to the other.
Oh, la madre.
The Singaporean Coast Guard was called in to rescue the crew of the smaller boat, which began sinking after the accident. Thankfully, no one was injured. The Spanish cargo ship Luno was heading to a port in France when it suffered engine failure at the worst possible timing. The cargo ship was in the middle of a storm, getting blasted by heavy winds and 6 to 7 meter waves. The ship was driven ashore when it smashed into the breakwater. Two helicopters responded to the scene, lifting all crewmen to safety. The seas continued to pound Luno until it eventually broke in two. What ship do you think would win in a fight? A massive NATO warship or an oil tanker? Well, I guess the oil tanker won this fight against one of the biggest warships in the Norwegian Navy. In 2018, the warship was warned repeatedly it was on a collision course with an oil tanker, but the crew on board insisted they had control moments before smashing into each other. The ship eventually sank and was then raised and transported to a nearby port for evaluation. Facing a repair bill of $1.4 billion, 3 times the new build cost, the Norwegian Navy declared her a total loss. The warship was one of only 5 main surface combatants in the Royal Norwegian Navy, and her absence represents a considerable reduction in capacity. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which of these clips was your favorite, and make sure to like the video and subscribe with notifications turned on. See you next time!